Hi, so my name's Bethany and I have a cochlear implant. I was implanted when I was nearly 4 years old, and then I chose again to implant myself when I was 13. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. So the first reason why I am glad my parents chose to implant me is choice. You might be thinking that my parents took the choice away from me when they decided to implant me. I actually think it's the opposite. They gave me more choice because as I grew up, they always said to me, if you want to learn to sign, you can, but I never wanted to. They implanted me knowing that I might still have to learn to sign, and they were still totally willing to accept that if a child is born deaf, you must implant them before they are 5 with necessary speech and language basics, or they will never catch up. I'm glad they implanted me because they did it because they wanted to give me choice about whether I wanted to hear or not. So another reason why I'm glad my parents chose to implant me is music. While it will probably never sound the same to me as it does to a normal hearing person, that doesn't matter because I've never heard as a hearing person. So I think that the music I'm receiving is already pretty good, and I love it. Hearing one of your favourite songs and screaming it out of the top of your lungs when you're in your car. So the third reason why I'm glad my parents implanted me is belonging. And I can communicate with my family up to the most advanced level. There is no further I can go in order to communicate well with them. My parents were told that my siblings would be able to communicate with me better than they could. I love the fact that I am deaf and that I can hear in a world that is 99.5% hearing. It's never been a challenge that I felt overwhelmed with. Yeah, giving me a cochlear implant has given me a sense of belonging in the whole world. So the fourth reason I am glad my parents chose to implant me is opportunity. Because of my cochlear implantation, I have had so many opportunities that I would not have otherwise. I also work as a volunteer spreading awareness for Cochlear. So let's just get this straight. I am not employed by Cochlear. I choose to do this. They are directly related to the fact that I have a cochlear implant. I am a deaf person and I can hear and speak. People want to know about that. So I get to talk to so many different people, and it has opened my world full of opportunities. So the fifth and final reason that I'm glad my parents chose to implant me is success. And I say this is that I believe that my implantation has been incredibly successful, and it wasn't only because I was implanted. It was because I chose to be successful with it. Being a deaf person that hears and talks and is fully involved in their world just seems to send a message to the world that disabilities are not restrictive. And I am proud to be an advocate for the cochlear implant. I will forever talk about the fact that it has changed my life, and it has changed my family's life. Having a child with a disability does not matter as long as they are determined to move on past it. And I have been determined, and having a cochlear implant isn't easy. It is not the easy way out for a deaf person. It is incredibly challenging and it has its own difficulties, but I am happy to live with them if it means that I can have the opportunities, the sense of belonging, music and choice that I have now because of it. Do I regret the fact that my parents have a cochlear implant? And I think about it for about 3 seconds before I go, not at all. Okay, so thank you guys for watching that. I'm sorry if it was long. It's obviously a very in-depth subject and lots of people have opinions on it. You can also watch my other 2 videos, common questions I get asked about my cochlear implants, and musings about being deaf, like accepting being deaf as a label. So they're in my channel. feel free to watch them.